been told not to provide that information, but I think we need that.
I haven't given those updates yet because we were waiting on the recovery schedule from Carmen.
Okay.
We got it, early last week.
Yes, sir.
And, so we've been reviewing that and taking notes, marking it up and getting ready for today's meeting to go over it. I wanted to make sure that we go over it with Carmen and then show them some issues we have with the recovery schedule before I bring it to the commission.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you. As I said before, we'll move the proclamation to the regular meeting. Number 3, engineering, discuss approval of Grant View Estates subdivision located in District 2.
The plat for Grant View Estates, located in District 2, was evaluated. Developers taking approximately 5.08 acres and subdivided it into 10 lots. He's selling the land only for single-family homes, and this subdivision is located on Anderson Ridge Road in Grant, Alabama. Based on the review by the engineering department, we recommend this plat be approved.
Any questions or comments? Number 4, engineering, discuss approval of Neely Avenue Reserve subdivision resurvey.
Resurvey.
Okay.
Correct.
Subdivision located in District 2.
We were asked by the owner, and he presented the information for our review. He has taken lots 1, 2, and 4 of Block 3 in Rivercrest subdivision and combining them as one property that his house and his shop is built on. So with the lot lines being removed, he will have one property there in that subdivision. And based on the review of the redivision, we recommend that that plat be approved.
Questions or comments? Discuss approval of Robert Davis property subdivision located in District 3.
The developer is taking 101 acres, 0.33 acres. He's dividing it into 15 lots. The smallest lot is 3 acres. The largest is 11.59 acres. It's located on Brown Road in Boaz, Alabama. And they are doing the subdivision for the purpose of selling the land only. And based on the review, we recommend this plat be approved.
Any questions or comments? Discuss approval of Priscilla's addition to Horton subdivision located in District 3.
This developer is taking 2.06 acres and subdivided into 6 lots. This is also governed by the subdivision regulations that were implemented in April 2024. So after they were revised, this goes back to the April 2024 subdivisions that were in place then, that we use for guidelines for their review. And based on the review, we recommend that plat be approved, which is located in District 3.
Questions or comments? Discuss approval to award bid number 23A-25, rebid for hot bituminous pavement FOB plant.
Back in August, when we bid the FOB, where the commissioners go pick up the mix and put it out themselves, our closest contractor, for some reason, did not bid, so we'd had to went to Athens or Lacey Springs to pick this material up, which would have been an inconvenience. We had 5 bidders: APAC, Rogers Group, Vulcan, Grayson Carter, and CA Langford. The only thing CA Langford did not bid on was the wearing layer. We're going to recommend, based on availability and hauling distance, that we award this to all of these vendors. Because District 1, for instance, may be on the north side of Arab, and it's closer for them to go to Lacey Springs and pick up the mix than it would be to come to Gunnersville to pick it up at Vulcan. So with that being said, we recommend that we award that to all 5.
Which will take up number 8. You recommend that all of them be put in the bid list.
That's correct.
Any questions or comments?
So they may call Vulcan and they may not be making the mix that day.
Understand.
So then they can go to one of these other locations if for some reason they need the mix that day to finish up.
You say 7 and 8 was the same?
Yeah, he kind of covered both of them.
Number 8,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, number 8 is gonna be the tar and gravel
Yeah.
bid.
Ah, yeah,
3625 finished fervent treatment. So that one, we had 2 bids come in on that. Bid number 36-25, that's the tar and gravel, basically.
Yeah.
And we did have 2 bids from that, but, the lowest bidder is gonna be Charles E. Watts, located in Gadsden, Alabama. So we recommend, that bid be awarded to Charlie Watts.
Questions or comments?
On this Charlie Watts, you have to have so many miles or whatever,
I think it's 17,000 square yards
17,000.
from Marshall County.
Yes,
So it's not,
before they will come.
that's correct.
Did the other one have a set amount you had to have?
The FOB,
No, the tar.
they
and
did.
gravel.
I don't remember what it was.
All right. Discuss approval to vacate Crabtree Road.
This road here, a guy called me, he lives in Auburn, the property is in Swearingen, and the locals are using it as a party location. And he wants to be able to vacate the road and put a gate across it to keep the riffraff out. I told him we would have to bring it up here, that we'd have to have a public hearing and all that, but this is just the first step in vacating the road.
How can I find that on GIS? What does Crabtree intersect with?
Old Linger. And this guy owns both.
So he's the owner on
Yes.
everything that needs
Yes,
to be
yes,
vacated?
yes, sir.
And there's nothing served behind it?
No, sir.
All right. Do I have,
You should have his letter there, I think.
Archie
Or
Schnewel?
Snelling.
Schnelling?
Yes.
I will email him the petition that we need to have signed and notarized, and we will, we have to I will
Yes.
walk him through the full
Yeah, I
procedure.
told him we'd have to advertise it and all that, but I said, just to get the ball rolling.
All right, there's no action that the commission needs to take on that in the meeting this time.
Okay.
So I will send him the petition, and then once he files that, it'll be set for a hearing, and we'll get it on that agenda. But I will go ahead and get the ball
All right,
rolling
okay,
with
yeah, this
with
was
Archie.
just to get it going. All right.
All right. Christy Pierce, if you come up, please. Christy's going to talk to us about options considered by the commission for a pay study. We've been working on this. Christy's put a lot of hard time into it. So tell us what you got, Christy.
Okay, as requested, I reached out to contacts in my organization. I think Ashley actually reached out to some of the administrators to come up with some proposals that we could send out for some quotes. And we did that, and then I presented this to the board this week, and the board has chosen an entity to present to you for consideration, and that entity is Condrey and Associates Incorporated.
Say that name, Condrey?
Condrey and Associates Incorporated. And there's a lot of factors that go into that, so I kind of want to cover those and see if you have any questions. The other two entities, we had used one of them previous, and there'd been some concerns. Some people wanted to kind of change up, and that was Evergreen. And then we had PayPoint HR. So that was the other entity that we looked at. Based on the fact that Condrey had such an expansive experience in private sector, they had over 800 public sector projects that they've done, 42 just in Alabama clients. You can see that they gave you, in which I gave you a copy of the proposal, and you can see, I'm sorry, I just get nervous when I get up in front of people, but the representative client contacts, you can see that a lot of those did the initial studies, and then they came back and did updates, which kind of tells you that they do a good job. And I've gotten feedback from these, and it's all been positive, that they would use them again. So that says something about the company. They have, just having their studies in Alabama gives us relevant information that I think helps us as a county in Alabama because we can use their, that you have all this data that they have, so they're not starting from scratch. These other companies are not located, they're not actually located in Alabama, they're in Georgia, but they do a lot of studies in Alabama. The other companies did not have that. They only had a couple in Alabama. Actually, one only had one in Alabama. As you see, I gave you also just a little summary of some of the points. They have 10 experts in their team, and it's in public safety, compensation, HR, that each of these are experts in those areas. Also, they will agree to do up to 15 organizations, approximately 15 organizations. They're going to include relevant private sector in some of the positions, and we'll review that too. They use the factor evaluation system, which is well known for public entities and public studies. They will go through and in which this is unique with them, they will do approximately 50% of the workforce. They will interview 50% of the workforce. So that gives a good basis for their information that they're going to use. And they will actually reach out to the department heads first, and they will get their input, and then they'll go to the supervisors, and then they'll go to the employees. So they have a process that they use there. And what we're hoping to see out of this would be an updated classification system to make sure that our positions are classified right, based on the work that the people are doing, make sure that, and we may see some movement in that. You may see people move up in classifications. And of course, we want a competitive pay plan. We want cost projections with options, and that's what we're going to get. They're going to look at this, they're going to see, are we at market? Are we below market? Are we above market? So with that being said, I want to point something out, because a lot of times when we do this, people think that it's an automatic raise. And when you're doing a compensation and classification plan, you're going to look at the positions, not the individuals. So this is not to give an individual a raise. So I want to make that clear. It's going to look at the jobs. We're going to figure out those three factors. Are those jobs under market for the area? Are they at market, which means that they would, there's basically no change. And that could be that way. Are they over market? That could mean no change. So, we have to consider those things. And we should see these same things out of this. We're going to get updated job descriptions. We're going to get reclassification of the positions, maybe revised pay grades or salary ranges. We could get either of those things, which may or may not mean raises. So I just want to make that point clear. It's going to be data-driven, so keep that in mind. It'll help us to make sure that we are compliant with FLSA requirements. They're actually going to go in and change any job descriptions that need to be changed based on the information that they get. So that is included in the cost of that. They will actually work with us for the next year if we have anything that we need to update. They have a review process for the employees. If the employees are reclassified and they feel that that they want to contest that, let's just put it that way, they have a process in place that the employees can do that. But they say that they've not had problems with that. They have no history of litigation with their pay plan, so that's a plus. So, they have built-in systems that I think would benefit the county to go with. And I just want to see if you guys have any questions.
Well, one thing we've discussed, we're in dire need of taking a whole relook at where we're at. From standpoint, this is the way to do it. Can you tell us the cost of what we're looking at?
The cost for this would be $44,500. And you'll find that on page 14. I will say that there was an initial quote, and then we revisited, and they did reduce, and I want to point that out, $3,000. So there was a decrease when I talked about their placement, and so they did agree that and provide everything that they had already included.
The 44.5 is with the reduction.
It is.
And in looking at this with Christie, these other, if you took another vendor and added some of the benefits we're getting from this vendor, it would have been additional cost. So we'd have been back to the same number.
Yes, some of they're broken down different, and like some of the other ones, if you left out the job descriptions, it was $5,000. But by the time you added that back in, and then you would have close to the same cost. And then, I think it was pay point, it was like $1,250 for every visit if they came on site, and then you had to pay all the travel expense, and then they had an additional cost for job description, so.
If you don't put job descriptions in, you lose so much. I mean, it's really, you have to ask the question, is it even worth doing if you're not looking and doing it? I mean, that's one of the major benefits, I think.
Absolutely.
It is. And I talked, when I talked to them, I was trying to find ways to get them, everybody kind of close. When I say that, I'm talking about Condrey and Associates, and we talked about job descriptions. And there's just, you're losing too much of that. And that's built into theirs.
And if
they
you
will-
look at their resume of companies that they have, entities that they've worked, a lot of cities, a lot of counties, they have done this work all over.
Well,
Yeah,
and
question, sir.
the Fair Labor Standards Act component of it, you can easily make this, I mean, this would be really cheap compared to LFSA litigation. So, and that's a moving target. If you've got somebody that is staying abreast of the changes in that area, and they're looking at your job descriptions, making sure you have your employees classified correctly, that is an ounce of prevention, and it could be worth more than many pounds of cure.
Yes, sir. Sheriff, you have a question?
Yes, we may have touched on this, I may have missed it. Are we gonna be, as a sheriff elected official, are we gonna be able to engage with these folks? So, hey, this is how our office operates. We didn't get a lot of that in the last, but I want to make sure we get that in this.
They will start with a department head.
Okay.
I asked their process on that. And they will start with you as a department head, and you will define these things. And now employees will fill out job analysis sheets. And I will point out that, that they, they're of course the last people that they involve, but they're going to talk to you. They're going to talk to the supervisors over your employees. And then, of course, it's not all employees, but it's 50% of the employees. Now, if it's a job that we only have one person in it, so they're just going to talk to one person, but, you'll have several deputies,
There'll be more than one conversation.
Yes.
I think where we at in the process, and I like that stuff.
To them,
Yeah.
I think they will go through the initial contact, which is not going to be the department heads, will probably be through the office or through,
Does this cover the employees and elected officials or just employees?
it's only employees.
Only employees.
Let's-
The elected officials are, their salaries set by statute, so this will just be the ones
I
that
know
don't
they
have the
talked about
ability to
doing one
adjust their
time
pay.
for the whole county, and I didn't know if this was the whole county or.
But as you can see, their experience is extensive, very impressive. And I've talked to the director, and
Well,
I think-
what we can do, Christie, if I understand, what we had planned on doing today is get Christie to answer questions, go over this as much as she could. The commissioners will take this information back, take this next couple of weeks, ask additional questions, you can get answers from the company, and then if we want, we can bring a company representative down at a commission meeting or work session as we go to make our final decision and ask them questions here, as we
yes.
then decide we're going with them, we're gonna do it, contract, et cetera. Is that correct?
That is correct. I spoke with them about that, and they said they have one of the gentlemen that lives in Alabama could, come and speak at the meeting if you wanted them to. You could ask additional questions, or if you have some you want me to send to them, I can do that in the interim. They're very open to that. They want to answer all the questions, so that's not a problem at all.
Another thing that this should clear up is the last one we done. Everybody says you gotta bring the bottom up.
Mhm.
And we've given a lot of 4% raises, 6% raises to bring the bottom up.
You have?
This right here is this is gonna clarify that. Did it work or did it not work?
That's what this is for.
Yes.
It's just going to look at positions. It's going to look at, like I said, surrounding cities,
Yeah.
counties. It's going to tell us where we are. They're going to give us you three options. And they're, to fund. And you can choose where you want to be there. You just want to be at market. You want to be above market. You want to be more competitive. Do you want to be, you know what I'm saying? So they're going to give you options with cost.
I know that was the reason we done the cost of living raises, was to try to keep from doing another one of these. And this is gonna verify what we done is, if it was right or wrong, and different.
And it may pan out that your entry level may be okay, but what you will see in this, I'm sure, is you're gonna look at internal compression and where positions are and where people have been promoted and different things, that they will take care of that also. It's where your people start to get compressed in the middle. So they look at all those factors, and it may make changes in some positions. So they're looking at all those different factors, when they're doing this, so.
Okay, any further questions of,
One final comment, anytime you're engaging a professional and they're providing a report, it's ultimately a recommendation, and the commission has to decide what to do with that. So there's nothing automatic that comes from this. This is just basically purchasing the data and the report showing where you're at, and then you have to decide what to do.
and, you know, I think it's time we do that part of it. Just get us to understand.
What was
where
the
we're at.
date of the last pay stub?
It was back in 2019, and then it went through 2020 with the job descriptions. They did the
So
basic
we're
pay stub.
6+ years from them gathering the information. So a
Yeah.
lot has changed, you know, notably, we've had COVID in
Yes.
that, and that changed the whole landscape of many different things.
One other thing is they have dates in here which they will change, that, you know, they put like May 1st on there. But if you want it prior to the new fiscal year, sometime in May would be a good time frame. You know, if y'all make a decision, or you know, if you can in May, then that way they'll have enough time. They could probably get it done before the new fiscal year, or latest, I guess, 1st of June. Just a thought there to throw out there, if you want it for the new fiscal year.
Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
Appreciate your work. Discuss approval of contract agreement between the examiners of public accounts and the Marshall County Commission for fiscal year 2025.
The examiners have started our fiscal year 2025 audit. The financial and legal portion of the audit is no charge. The state funds that. This contract is for the federal single audit, which is required under the Code of Federal Regulations, since we have federal expenditures more than $1 million during fiscal year 25. For fiscal year 25, we had a little bit over $2 million. Our biggest program, which was the coronavirus state and local fiscal recovery funds, had $1.6 million. So that's going to be their major federal program this fiscal year, and that's what they're going to be focusing their time on the audit. And that's the same program that we normally call ARPA, which stands for the American Rescue Plan Act. That's how that grant was established.
All right, any questions or comments? Number 12, Tanya would be here for Council on Aging. She had emergency. She could not come. This is a standard contract that we do every year. But discuss approval of contract with Top of Alabama Regional Council of Governments, which is TARCOG, State Health Insurance Program, the SHIP program, and no match. Any questions? Discuss approval to sell a 2010 Ford 150, F-150 VIN-1FT, FW1EV 5A, FB 13380, bought with METH initiative grant proceeds from sale to be given to the drug unit. Any questions? Discuss approval to sell a 2010 Dodge Nitro, VIN 1D 4PT 2GK 1AW129326, bought with METH initiative grant proceeds from sale to be given to the drug unit. Revenue Commission, discuss approval of budget amendment to increase Revenue Commissioner's budget by $45,000. Any comments that we need to know? Not really? I just want to know about the spiders. Yeah, well, I get that. I buy that. Any questions? Discuss obtaining a $5 million, we had a little good stuff here. Discuss obtaining a $5 million CD with a one-year term from Liberty Bank. They've offered us a 4.0 12-month CD, and we're going to take it if everybody votes. Thank you. Discuss approval of the sale trade. Yeah, never mind. Now, we got an emergency. to add to our, take our interest from our CD, but that's okay as well. We have a fire pump, Brad, come on up, that has passed inspection for 36 years. This is a major pump on this fire suppression system until this week. It has now been failed, and what makes it emergency, Brad, is
This is a very large pump. It pumps 750 gallons a minute at a 75-foot stack. So, and it's been there for 36 years, and if you know how these things operate, it has to have lubrication around that pump, and so it has a little bit of a water leak at all times. If you had it squeezed down all the way and not leak, then it would burn up if it kicked on. So that leak that has to be there, it's been there for 36 years, has rusted everything out. And so we had a guy come in this week, look at it, he wouldn't even walk in the room. He said, it's too dangerous. He said, if something, a flake of rust fall off of it or something and it sprung a little leak, the pump would kick on and it could start gushing out and flood everything there. We have our main electrical room right next door to it. And then not only that, it could be a chance that the pump is so strong that it could collapse the city's water lines. So-
Collapse the water line?
Yes, a 6-inch water line. There'd be so much suction on it that it would collapse. So he gave me an estimated, just a verbal estimate of about $250,000. It'll replace the pump, the 20 horsepower electric motor, the jockey pump, and the pump controller unit. So useful life on a water pump or a fire pump like that is about 20 years. So we're 16 years above its useful life anyway.
So we sitting on a time bomb down here?
Pretty much.
Could be.
yeah, Mike, now you finish up. What makes emergency, what we operate off our Clint one?
I discussed this with Clint earlier about the public works law. Did you get that pulled up,
I did.
county attorney?
So obviously, this does fall into the category of an emergency, which would exempt us from the public advertisement and bidding necessity. But to do that, you have to adopt a resolution that states the findings of a public emergency, and then the resolution needs to be published, made public to anybody that wants to know why we are declaring the emergency and the nature of the emergency, which everything that, this is a very easy call to make in terms of it being an emergency. We just need to adopt a resolution making the findings and then get that available for publication if the media chooses to run a story on it, or if they don't want to run a story on it, then the publication. And I can do the resolution while in between the meetings.
All right, and we're gonna be able to go out for quotes, and we're gonna, that's the quickest way.
It suspends the public works bidding requirements. And I think that under your purchasing requirements, when you don't have to bid something, I think you have to get, 3 quotes?
If available.
If available. So are there 3, how many places can you buy this thing?
I'm not sure, not very many.
Well, if we don't have 3 providers, then we should just get a quote from each provider and then also, as part of that, the availability is going to be key as well. So it's not necessarily the lowest price, but who can get it here the fastest.
Well, and that's also taking this one out, installing the new one, the whole.
Yes.
Whole kit and
It'll
caboodle.
be a turnkey.
Change out.
Turnkey
Yeah.
job, yes.
What disruptions will there be in the courthouse when they're changing that out? Will they have to cut the water off to the entire
No,
courthouse?
it has its own water line coming in.
What is the,
If you turned it off now and the building caught on fire, we'd be in trouble.
yeah. it's-
So
it's a fire
basically,
suppression.
we're it's on and we're praying.
Yeah, and it's actually where the fire department connects their trucks and get their water from. and then plus the fire stacks on each stairwell.
Well, after the next meeting, if we get this done, you immediately, that's all you do.
Okay.
Let's get those quotes and let's get moving.
I will get on the phone with them as soon as I walk out.
Thank you. All right, one little more piece of good news. We work with a company called CMG. Jason Harper, you've heard his names mentioned. He and Kevin Belgian. They suggested that we see them get their company to come in and do an assessment of the courthouses, Gunnersville and Albertville. We did that to come up with what they would guesstimate based on everything they saw for us to totally repair this building and the Albertville building. Doing that, engineering took that, and we went to to Senator Tuberville's and applied for federal monies to help us with that project. Now, that's not normally something that you would get out of that type funding. So we crossed our fingers, put it in, and we have been notified, and it's on their website, that Senator's going to give us $4 million towards the project. Now, the guesstimated repair here is over 25 million if we get everything fixed, and almost 3 million in Albertville just to do the things to kind of encapsulate. So that 4 million obviously is going to be a nice piece we got to make a decision once. Now, Congress has got to get that finished. It's not guaranteed in my back pocket, but it is out there, it's public, and it is ours when Congress finishes their work, if that passes. So we're happy about that. We'll decide what's our best bang for the buck if that comes through here. The commission will. Do we go outside and seal, or do we replace the fire system? You know, what do we do? So anyway, that's some good news, and I'm happy about getting some help. Percentage wise, it don't matter. It's still help. All right, anything else? Sure.
So as part of what John was talking about, we engaged with the same company about finishing out our operations center for a training range down on 79 South. And we went to Congressman Adderholt's office, and under the same system, we've been approved, I guess you could say the word, 1.3 million to finish out our training center down on 79 South for law enforcement training, citizen training, anything education-wise for firearms for the public and so forth. So same thing, the money's been approved as long as our budgets are approved later on in FY '27. Then I want to thank Congressman Adderholt's office, for helping us with that and seeing that as a need here in our county. Thank you.
Yeah, and also, I'll be remiss, Brian Nollier, who works with Tuberville's office, did a lot. He advocated a lot for this money. He was in those meetings where all these things were decided. That helped us. Jason Harper, obviously, Kevin, and engineering worked really hard putting this together as well. Thank everybody that did that. All right, we'll be back at 10 o'clock.
Brad, did he give you anything in an email or anything like that? Resolution, the fire guy.
And then.
I don't know what kind of work that
And they still don't want to do anything.
Questions if I got you.
I'm not-
survivors and tears at the social fabric of our society as a whole. And whereas no victim or survivor should have to endure the trauma of victimization and its impact, physical, financial, emotional, spiritual, and social, alone. And whereas the community of crime victims and survivors, those who serve them, and countless allies work together to ensure that victims' needs are identified and met with quality, collaborative, and comprehensive services. And whereas there are more than 12,000 system and community-based victims service programs across the nation that help crime survivors and promote community safety, and over 32,000 laws that define and protect victims' rights. And whereas 2026 is the 45th anniversary of National Crime Victims' Rights Week, first proclaimed by President Ronald Reagan in 1981. And whereas this time-honored tradition unites all who care about crime, victimization, and survivors to acknowledge and honor survivors, their challenges, and their strengths. And whereas during the 2026 National Crimes Victim Week, Rights Week, April the 19th through the 25th, we recommit our efforts to promote and strengthen the extensive community that supports and serves victims and survivors of crimes. Now, therefore, I, John Young, Chairman of the Marshall County Commission, do hereby declare the week of April 19th through the 25th, 2026, as Crime Victims' Rights Week in Marshall County, with this proclamation amplifying our commitment to ensure that crime victims' rights and services are not only recognized annually, but provided daily. Signed, Chairman of the Marshall County Commission.
All right, I need a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve proclamation recognizing April 19th through April 25th, 2026 as National Crime Victims Week.
Second,
Second.
Commissioner Watson, Commissioner Sims, and Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Engineering, approved Grant View Estates subdivision located in District 2.
Second.
Commissioner Watson, Commissioner Sims, Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Approved Neely Avenue resurvey subdivision located in District 2.
Second.
Commissioner Watson, Commissioner Sims, Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Approve Robert Davis property subdivision located in District 3.
I'll make a motion to approve Robert Davis property subdivision located in District 3.
Second.
Commissioner Watson, Commissioner Sims, Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Approve Priscilla's addition to Horton's subdivision located in District 3.
I'll make a motion to approve Priscilla's addition to Horton subdivision located in District 3.
Second.
Commissioner Watson, Commissioner Sims, Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Approve to award bid number 23A-25, rebid for hot bituminous pavement FOB plant as recommended by the county engineer.
I'll make a motion to approve the award bid 23A-25 rebid for hot bituminous pavement FOB plant as recommended by the county engineer, which would be all 5 vendors.
Need to add that.
Yes, all 5 vendors.
Second.
Commissioner Watson, Commissioner Sims, Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Approved to award bid number 36-25 by bituminous surface treatment countywide CIP as recommended by the county engineer to Charles E. Watts located in Gaston, Alabama. We need to add anything to that? That's all.
Make,
Service treatment countywide and recommended by the county engineer to Charles E. Watts.
Second.
Commissioner Watson, Commissioner Sims, Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Approved contract agreement between the examiners of public accounts and the Marshall County Commission for fiscal year 2025 audit.
make a motion to approve a contract agreement between the examiners of public accounts and the Marshall County Commission for FY 2025 audit.
Second.
Commissioner Watson, Commissioner Sims, Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Council on Aging, approved contract for Top of Alabama Regional Council of Governments TARCOG State Health Insurance Program, SHIP No Match.
Second.
Commissioner Watson? Commissioner Sims?
Yes.
Commissioner Baker?
Yes.
Approved to sell a 2010 Ford F-150 VIN number 1FTFW1EV5AFB13380, bought with method initiative grant, proceeds from sale to be given to the drug unit.
I'm gonna have to so move that one with all them numbers in it.
Second.
Commissioner Watson? Commissioner Sims?
Yep.
And Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Approved to sell a 2010 Dodge Nitro VIN 1D4PT2GK 1AW129326, bought with meth incentive grant, initiative grant, proceeds from sale to be given to the drug unit.
I'm gonna so move that one also.
Second.
Commissioner Watson, Commissioner Sims,
Yes.
Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Approved budget amendment to increase Revenue Commission budget by $45,000.
Second.
Commissioner Watson, Commissioner Sims, Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Approve obtaining a $5 million CD with one-year terms from Liberty Bank at 4.0 interest rate. Commissioner Watson, Commissioner Sims, Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Approve to sell, trade, or scrap fixed assets.
We got scrap a 1990 van and a 2007 Dodge Durango for the drug unit, then transfer sale, got two F-150s, a 2015, 2010, and a 2010 Nitro SUV.
As previously mentioned, yeah.
Yep.
Second,
Second.
Commissioner Watson.
Yes.
Mr. Sims. Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
All right, approved to go out to bid to replace the fire pump which failed inspection. Approved resolution to declare emergency to replace fire pump which could result in harm to persons or public property.
Is it long?
Say that again.
Resolution, is it long?
No, it's non-existent because I had technical difficulties between last meeting, but it is going to be a short resolution, and it's going to set forth that the fire pump is necessary for the safety of the occupants of the Marsh County Courthouse and preservation of the property in the event of fire, and that the immediate replacement of the pump is deemed necessary by the Marsh County Commission for personal safety and property preservation. And it will be short, simple, and to the point. We'll get that signed and to the media as soon as I get it printed out here.
Need a motion.
Make a motion to approve resolution to declare emergency to replace fire pump which could result in harm to person or public property.
Second.
Commissioner Watson.
Yes.
Commissioner Sims. Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Now, approved to go out to bid to replace, or is this bid or quote?
Go out for quote.
That should be quote.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was fixing to ask.
Go out for quote to replace the fire pump which failed inspection. Replacement was suggested by the inspecting company. Items to be replaced are a 750-gallon per minute pump, 20 to 25 horsepower electric motor, a jockey pump, and a pump controller. Verbal estimates of $250,000.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we approve to go out for quotes to replace the fire pump which failed inspection. Replacement was suggested by the inspection company. Items to be replaced are a 750-gallon minute pump, 25 horsepower electric motor, a jockey pump, and pump controller. Verbal estimate of $250,000.
Second.
Second.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Commissioner Sims? Commissioner Baker?
Yes.
We have anyone else? Anything to say? Anybody on, any of you guys? Yep. Thank y'all very much. Need a motion to adjourn. Need a second.
Second.
Commissioner Watson, Commissioner Sims, Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
We adjourn.
Adjourn.
Motion.